All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join me here tonight for this very special brief show. It is Wednesday, July 10th, 2024, if you're here live. If you're watching this on the replay, you're going to want to listen to this entire stream here. It's only going to be about 30 minutes long because while live, I only have 30 minutes because I'm going to be on the Dennis Jerome Jr. channel, The Amazing Hustler or The Amazing Fisherman, whatever he's calling his channel right now. No disrespect, Dennis. You keep changing your channel name. I'll share more about that in just a little bit, but I have some things to share here very briefly, and I wanted to get this out before going live on Dennis's channel. But before we get to all of that, first of all, as always, let me make sure that everything is rolling smoothly. Let me check out the back end of YouTube and make sure it's rolling well. And it looks like it is. Let me also make sure that the YouTube notification has gone out, and it looks like it has. And let me do a sound check. July 10th, 2024, if you're here live. If you're watching this on the replay, you're going to want to listen to this entire stream here. It's only going to be about 30 minutes long because Interesting. My security system just rebooted. Maybe it had an update. That's what probably happened. It got an update. It did an out-of-sequence reboot. It reboots typically once per week. And, yeah. Give me a second here. Just 1 second, please. All right. Everything's back to normal. It just did an update. All right. Let's get right to it here because I only have 30 minutes. I'm going to wrap this up at 45 past the hour because at the top of the hour at 1 a.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Pacific, I'm going to be the special guest on Dennis Jerome Jr.'s channel. I think it's called The Amazing Fisherman now. The handle is at The Amazing Hustler. The link to the stream is on my community wall here on Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams. So if you want to catch that show, go to my community wall, check it out, click into it. Also, make sure you subscribe, bang the bell, and select all notifications when you're on Dennis's channel. Sorry, I'm talking very fast because I have limited time, and I've got so much to share here in a limited amount of time. Anyway, let's get right to it because I'm just blown away. I'm flabbergasted. I'm just at a loss for words, and this is not a joke. I'm not playing around. I'm not acting. I'm not a part of this drama, but it just continues to happen and unfolds around me. These people are trying to get me involved in it for their content, for donations, for whatever reason. And it just needs to stop. You folks need to stop. You folks, Tiffany, JB. And I'm going to even include Tiffany's boyfriend, Jeff, now, because now I have proof he's involved. Now I have proof that Jeff is involved. And it blows my mind. It blows my mind. I just found out literally about 5 to 10 minutes before I went live, thanks to a channel I'm not going to mention for many reasons, but I want to thank them for putting out that video. They know who they are. I just saw a video that Tiffany created. I don't know when the video was created. I don't know if it was created recently. I don't know if it was created a year or two ago, and it was just re-uploaded. I never saw this video, regardless of when it was created. It just tells me a lot about the situation, more so between Tiffany and her boyfriend, Jeff, that Tiffany lives with. And they have a very, very odd relationship. And now it's becoming more odd to me because of what I just saw. I just saw a video of Jeff driving, I guess, an SUV. Tiffany was in the passenger seat. She was recording a pre-recorded video. I like to call it millennial style, a vertical video. And they live in Southern California. And so does another creator by the name of SusieQ7979. who I've had my own issues with, but Susie's never really done anything to me, so I don't really have any problems with her. But apparently, Jeff and Tiffany live nearby Susie, and they decided to make a video going to her house, going real life on Susie. And whether they did it for trolling and just for fun or whatever, they did it. And Jeff was involved. Jeff was driving the car. I heard Jeff's voice. It was the same voice as the person I talked to on the phone a few months back. And I heard Tiffany's voice. It was her voice. And I got to say, Jeff, I'm disappointed, man. I don't know when that video was created. Somebody tell me. Somebody post on their community wall when that video was created. It doesn't really matter if it was created recently or 6 months ago or a year ago or 2 years ago. The fact is, I had no idea that Jeff was participating in helping Tiffany troll people on YouTube. That is absolute definitive proof. You can't deny definitive proof. You can't. You cannot deny definitive proof. And I'm flabbergasted. I'm flabbergasted. Jigwalk, gonna have to go back and check out the replay, man. I'm not going to repeat myself. I don't have a whole lot of time. I'd probably go back and check out the first part of this show before you come over to Dennis's channel. You'll have 15 minutes to do so. Check it out. You'll hear what's going on. Now, there's more to the story besides what I'm mentioning here. But again, literally, I had this stream planned. I planned to do this stream. I wasn't going to stream before Dennis's show, but when I saw what Tiffany and JB Gunner were doing, Tiffany has a stream planned at 10 o'clock Pacific tonight, the same time that I'm going live with Dennis. And apparently she's probably going to rebroadcast it or play the audio portions and basically do her commentary and basically pull people from Dennis's audience, because Tiffany and JB know that wherever I go, everyone's going to go watch, right? So they're like, oh, screw it. We're not going to let Dennis and Eli have the audience. We're going to take the audience because they're our audience, right? No, they're not your audience. They're hateful people that you're using to try to leech money from. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. But going back to that video I just saw of Jeff driving an SUV, Tiffany in the passenger side, recording the video, and they mentioned the city of where Susie lives. I'm not going to mention that, even though most of you that know Susie, you know where she's at. I'm not here to dox anyone. I'm just here to basically say I cannot believe, after talking with Jeff a few months ago, he was very professional with me. He was very nice to me. He inspired me and motivated me with his encouraging words. And I still believe to a certain extent, Jeff, you're a good guy. But I think sometimes you're doing things to try to please Tiff, because you're probably thinking that that's going to turn her around and make her become the woman you want her to become. And that's the furthest thing from the truth, Jeff. I think you know that, man. You're older than I am, dude. I don't understand why at this point in your life, at your age, you don't understand that when you do this dumb shit for women, it never pans out. You got to set your limits, dude. You know, you got to set your limits and say, hey, look, you know what? I don't like this behavior. This is not what I signed up for. And you need to get your act together or I'm going to be out of here, right? But you haven't done that. Jigwalk, yes, they are trying to gain financially off of your name. Of course they are. And that's why I have to keep defending myself. I'm going to keep doing it, right? And I don't know Jeff, if that was a one-time thing that you did and you regret it, I don't know. But regardless, you did it. And unless you come out and make a public statement and apologize for doing that, even if that happened years ago, I'm assuming that video was done years ago. And it's been re-released due to certain circumstances lately going on with what Tiffany has been doing. And I think a lot of people are pissed off that Tiffany has joined forces with JB Gunner. Which, Tiffany, that's your demise right there. You joining forces with JB Gunner is going to be your demise on YouTube. Because I'm telling you right now, Tiff, there are so many people. The people that hate me hate JB Gunner more than they hate me. And they really don't even hate me. Because I really haven't done anything. I haven't done anything compared to what you've done, what JB's done, and many other people have done, right? But even the people, let's just say this, the Legion side of things, your buddies over there at the Legion, okay? Even though they're not too fond of me, they can't stand JB Gunner even more, and they can't stand you even more. And now you're joining forces with someone that they can't stand even more than you, Tip. They can't stand you, but they can't stand JB even more. So you don't think that that's going to cause issues for you? Because here's the thing, Tiffany. Let me make it very clear to you, okay? I had to tell you there's a channel called, okay. Yeah, I've seen a lot of that stuff on Tiff, and I really don't care for it, to be honest with you. What I care about is, what is her boyfriend's involvement? Okay, we all know what Tiff has done, but what is her boyfriend's involvement? Because from what I know of him, he's a successful guy. He made lots of money. He ran a great business. He sold it. He made lots of money. And now he's an investor and he keeps making more money. That's great. Awesome. You can have all the money in the world, but that doesn't buy you happiness. Money doesn't buy you happiness or love. You can't buy love or happiness, right? Okay. But when I talked with him, he basically was making it sound like, I really wish that Tiff would stop this stuff on YouTube and this and that and blah, 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 right? And I really believed him. And maybe he was being honest. Maybe he was being honest. And maybe that video that I saw earlier tonight was a re-release of a video that came out years ago. Regardless, that doesn't excuse the fact that video happened at some point. The video was created 4 months ago, and it is not the only time Jeff participated. More will come out soon. Well, I look forward to it. Quite honestly, at this point right now, because she's coming at me on behalf of JB Gunner, she's white knighting, she's sucking up to JB Gunner and trying to basically help JB Gunner for whatever reason. Maybe she's bored. Maybe she's trying to make a little bit of money, but what she doesn't realize is that JB Gunner's using her, and Gunner's trying to leverage her audience to make money off of her and myself, right? Gunner's using you as a patsy, Tiff. I'm telling you, absolutely the truth. So that video came out 4 months ago. So basically, when I talked with Jeff by phone 2 months ago, 2 months prior to that, he took a drive with Tiff to Susie's house and they recorded it and he was cool with it. The video is hella old. I heard people talking about that a long time ago. GLM, listen, honestly, GLM, honestly, I understand you have some issues with people that are releasing these videos, but they mean something to me because I'm dealing with garbage right now from Tiff and JB. And quite frankly, I understand you have problems. I saw your video earlier, and you don't know exactly what happened back in those days. You don't. Because I was being severely attacked on this platform. And I still am. I've just found better ways to handle it. And what I more so look now than going the route of getting an RO, I don't care about the RO. RO is not going to do shit. What I look now is for the truth. I'm looking to see who is causing this and who's enabling this, right? I understand we can all pull out old stuff. Here's the thing, GLM. I don't care if that video is old. The fact is that Jeff participated at one point. He was helping Tiffany drive around and creating dumb videos, pulling up to people's homes, which is wrong. And for a man that represented himself to me as a decent, stellar dude that would never do something like that, to see that video, it breaks my heart. I feel like I was duped. Now, I still think deep within that Jeff's a good guy. I just think he's doing stuff to try to please Tiffany. I don't think he really wanted to do that. But I think Tiffany convinced him, and Jeff's thinking, okay, well, you know what? It'll allow me to take a nice drive with the woman I love and see if I can, get her to, be more active in the relationship or whatever, right? It's not the right way to look at it, Jeff. It's not the right way to do it, dude. I'm disappointed. Like I honestly, I'm flabbergasted. I'm at a loss for words. No, listen, here's the thing. What Tiffany is doing, okay, and she's not really breaking the law. What she's doing is she's very antagonistic and she picks on people on the internet. She's a cyberbully. What Tiffany is a cyberbully because she's very insecure. She's very unhappy and miserable in her relationship. So is her boyfriend, Jeff. They both live together. People say, oh, they're more like roommates. They probably are more like roommates. GLM says, you're right. I don't know what happened. But you don't know what happened with Jeff and Tiff. Neither of us care what happened. We both are going to talk about it. Yeah, I don't know. GLM, honestly, let me say something to you real quick here. I respectfully, my situation with these people is different than yours, and I want you to separate that. I'm not here to ask you for support on that. I'm not here to argue you on that. I'm here to state how I feel regarding what I'm dealing with. Your situation, your stuff, that's totally separate. I'm not going to be blamed for your thoughts about other people involved because honestly, I feel differently than you do. And I don't want to upset you or anyone. I just want to handle my own thing. Does that make sense? There's a 1 minute delay between what I say and what goes out. So listen, I'm just going to say what I have to say here. Tiff uses TikTok platform for nefarious behavior, allegedly. I'll let you say what you think. You know all my opinions. I'm looking forward to your stream with Dennis. I appreciate that. Listen, GLM, respectfully, Don and I both love who you are. And honestly, your problems with similar people are different than mine. All I'm doing here is addressing my thoughts and my issues. because I want nothing to do with these people. I never antagonize these people. They always antagonize me because I have an audience of people that will watch me. Good, bad, or indifferent. I've got the biggest audience out of all of them. I do. Believe it or not, I do. I'm not saying that to say I'm all that. It's the truth of the matter. I'm the draw. Respectfully speaking, with humility, I'm the draw. That doesn't mean it gives them the right to make up BS and do the dumb shit they do to draw back and forth with me or to try to paint me as some liar or some broke-ass loser or whatever. Okay? I'm going to defend myself from here on out. I don't care what anyone says. And I've got 11 minutes to finish this up here. So, thank you to the person that put up that video regarding Jeff and Tiff. I appreciate it. I do. Despite our past differences, it is what it is. Let bygones be bygones. That really, really, really says a lot to me about Jeff's participation in enabling Tiff's behavior. Regardless of when that happened, even if that happened 2 or 3 years ago or a year ago, 4 months or whenever, regardless of when that happened, he participated, and basically that's saying to me that I'm enabling this piss poor behavior of my woman, right? Dennis should strike her if she restreams it. He can. He probably won't. She's going to probably do it audio only, and that's going to be very hard to take down, man. But here's the thing. Let's talk about that before I go off the air here, okay? So, Tiff, when she found out I was going live with Dennis, she created a stream to start at the same time as I go live with Dennis, okay? And she put a few messages in there in the chat, and so did JB Gunner, but they deleted them. But I took screenshots, and these were the messages they deleted, okay? She put, Tiff put, trigger the little guy's fund, right? So it's all about the money for Tiff, too. Don't tell me that Tiff's not in it for the money. She is. And then JB Gunner writes a note. Dear Eli, a cell phone bill doesn't count. It actually just proves that you have the same typical bills as a teenage child. Your mommy put her foot down about your internet. No, dude, you saw the other bill. You saw it was DirecTV. It was TV, which is DirecTV. Okay. And internet, fiber internet, 1,000 down, 1,000 up, 1,000 up, 1,000 down. And several cell phones on there. Plus I have a separate AT&T account for a couple landline phones here at the house. They're on my name. Okay. So sit down and shut your mouth. And stop spinning things out of context. Stop trying to be antagonistic. It's not working. No one's buying it. No one cares. Okay? Stop lying to try to gain traction with the Coach Eli haters or the Tiffany Karens or whatever you're trying to leverage as your new donators or donors or however you want to call them. That's all this boils down to. Did that happen 4 years ago? I don't know when it happened. I don't know. I have no idea when that was released. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because Jeff participated to do something like that with Tiffany at some point. And that says a lot to me about Jeff's character. And that says a lot to me about how much he's responsible for enabling Tiffany's piss poor behavior. They didn't even know Susie 4 years ago. That's true. So Tiffany came around a couple years ago in the Legion. So at the very oldest, that video is 2 years old. And actually, Tiff would have never done that while she was with Legion. So that had to have happened in the last year since she's left the Legion. And I'm more so willing to believe the person that came in here and said it happened about 4 months ago. Jeff isn't who you think he is. Well, I'm beginning to see that. I'm beginning to believe it because now I have proof. Now there's proof, right? So here's the thing. I've got literally less than 7 minutes before I have to call it quits here and shut things down and get ready to go to Dennis's channel. I'm only going to be doing audio only because I have to multitask in case Don needs something. you'll see my beautiful picture. But you see, I'm real here. I'm not trying to, catfish anyone. And I have a woman, so who the hell would I be trying to catfish anyway, right? But I'm going audio only tonight. So don't say, hey, Eli's not going on camera. I go on camera all the time. You folks know who I am, okay? But I'm going to make it very clear here. Tiffany and JB Gunner, this is your final warning, like the topic states here, okay? If you continue to come at me, my next step is going to be to report all of your channels on Team YouTube, to @Team YouTube on Twitter for circumventing, including your monetized channels. What I'm going to do, JB, and mark my words, I'm serious. Don't mess with me, because people messed with me from the previous group, and some of them lost their channels. Some of them have 2 copyright strikes. I'm done with this. I have links to, remember when you had a monetized channel, Tiff? I still have the link to that channel that was removed. So I can refer that former monetized channel of yours that got shut down to get your other channel shut down for circumventing. Would you like me to report you to Team YouTube on Twitter for circumventing? Okay. JB Gunner, same with you. You're circumventing too. I've got links to all of your past channels that I can refer to Team YouTube on Twitter. And the first channels I would say for them to look at are your monetized channels, because you're circumventing even your AdSense account because someone else has it on a different name, because you've been removed from the YouTube partner program so many times that you do not have your own AdSense account. You don't. So if you guys are going to keep messing with me, I'm going to take my rightfully so, I'm going to basically take action that I have the right to do and report it to Team YouTube. I'm done with your garbage. You stayed away for a while, JB. Now you're back. So if you keep on coming, then I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure you stop within my rights. And this is not a threat, it's a promise. I promise you, folks. I promise you both. You keep coming, I will do whatever it takes to report you guys and get you guys removed for circumventing, because that's what you're doing. And let me tell you this. You got all those people over on the other side on the Legion that are icing me out, kind of, sort of, which is great. Thank you for that. But they hate you, JB. They hate you, Tiff, and they even hate JB more. And they hate you both way more than they hate me. Like, I'm telling you right now, they will back me on this because they have their own beef with you folks, and it's the same thing, right? Tiff, you and JB will be eliminated from this platform unless you guys move on. You've got an army of people that are tired of your games, tired of your crap. Cut it out, move on, or tomorrow, I got to do what I got to do. I always defend you because people are always bringing up old shit. People change. GLM says, I'm just going to say this one last thing. I came to your house with the hopes of getting into a physical altercation with you years ago. You know this. We're good now. Sometimes you just got to let shit go. Well, I wasn't a bad person. I overreacted because of what the other people were doing to me. And then they got you involved to do the same thing. Jigwalk, it's good you are giving them this fair and final warning. I am, because I'll tell you, if they don't stop, their channels will go down for circumvention. I'm telling you that right now. Mark my words. I'm done. I'm tired. I want to get some rest. I'm tired of this. Seriously. And one final word for you, Jeff. Honestly, dude, I really don't think you're a bad guy. I think you've done some things to try to please your woman, because I know you love her. But dude, you can't further enable her behavior by doing things like driving around to another YouTuber's house because that makes you look really bad, dude. I mean, I'll tell you this, Jeff. I had the utmost respect for you, and right now, my level of respect for you has gone down to like 25%. Unless you come out and give some statement or something, right? Unless you come out, you apologize, or you give us some reason publicly that you made a mistake, then I'll have no respect for you, dude. And I don't care how much money you have. Yes, you were nice to me, and I was nice to you. But wow, dude, I can't believe you would further enable your woman's piss poor behavior by driving her around and letting her record video while going to another YouTuber's house and showing it on camera and using that as content. Dude, that's not the most mature thing to do for a man in his 50s, man. All right, I got to get going, folks. Please join me over on Dennis's channel. The link is a few postings down on my community wall here on Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams. Don't simulcast it, Tiff. Don't get involved. If I find out that you simulcasted this, even if you delete it, someone will send me screenshots. Even if JB goes on a different platform, I'll find out. If either one of you rebroadcast this anywhere, someone will send me screenshots, and then it's game on. I'm serious. I'm not joking. And if you're going to threaten me, there's nothing to threaten me with, because my channels are clean. I've never been removed on any channel. They're all in good standing. Do the right thing. Have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.